Hello everybody, welcome to Into the Happen. This is your host Paladin and you are watching F1 TSU 2025 Canadian Grand Prix recast. I sadly couldn't cover the race live, so I decided to recast the race, and yeah, what you will see is the full race recast as it would be live. I also edited in some replays when I deemed it necessary, and I hope you enjoy it. And as always, the TSU F1 2025 season starts with the pre-qualifying for the Canadian Grand Prix. We have Charged hammering in a 55.9, very good. He was 0.2 faster than Hendrick, and Grongos, Georgie Pucci, Whiplash, and Radi got eliminated in pre-qualifying. Q1 saw another great time from Charged. He did a 55.6, but yeah, this meant that Couchard with a 57.5 and Thales, Pera, Rozim, and Dax Werner all got eliminated in Q1. In Q2, Nestori scored the fastest time for a change of pace with 55.9, closely followed by Charged and Grandi. And eliminated were Cyberpunk with a 57.3, and then Taxivator, J-Benz, Dramet, and Zetamis. And then in Q3, Charged took the pole position with a 55.6, followed by Grandi, Nestori, Hendrik, Jono, Franz Hermann, Darren, McVison, Kosandari, and Stealth in P10. With that, let's go to the starting grid. And here we are at the starting grid. Dax Werner starts with his Haas on P20 on hard tires. Then we have Rozim also for the Haas team on hard tires. Pera steers the only Aston Martin on the field with medium tires. Then we have Thales in his trusty yellow Cadillac with hard tires. Then we have the first Williams of Couchferret in P16 on hard tires. We have Zetamis on medium tires in his Alpine at P15. Then we have Dramet with hard tires for Sauber on P14. J-Benz in the second Williams with medium tires on P13. P12 goes to Taxivator with soft tires, the only soft starter in the field in his Red Bull. Then we have another Haas with Cyberpunk on hard tires in P11. P10 goes to Stealth with medium tires for Mercedes. Then we have another Alpine with Kosandari here also starting on medium tires. We have hard tires for McVison in his Sauber on P8. And Darren, the only Racing Bulls in P7 starting with medium tires. Then we have the best qualified Sauber in Franz Hermann or Igiava with medium tires on P6. We have the McLaren from Jono on medium tires in P5. P4, Hendrik with medium tires for Mercedes. Then we have McLaren Nestori in his McLaren in P3 with medium tires. The best Merc is Grandi with medium tires in P2, and pole position P1 goes to Charged in his McLaren, also starting with medium tires. And here we are at the race start. Charged immediately takes the commanding lead in front of Grandi, Nestori behind, Hendrik trying his best into turn 2. I think that's should be it. Franz Hermann trying the outer route but is neglected and gets pushed out a little bit by Jono. McVison here slowing down. I guess he caught a slowdown penalty. He should lose a lot of positions here. Yeah, up to 10th now. Stealth, not quite up to the task yet. We have Darren and yeah, Hendrik trying to get by a little bit of what seems like lags. I'm not quite sure if the recording is a little corrupted. But yeah, slows down a little bit. Either he got a slowdown penalty or he got some connection troubles. Let's look at the front, what is happening, because Nestori is in big trouble. Not in big trouble, I'm sorry. Nestori is attacking Grandi at the moment, but so far Grandi manages the gap quite well, so Nestori is still too far off to get an attack. Let's look a bit further down the field, because Darren Gurney is getting very far up to Franz Hermann, who made a weird move there. I think he wanted to defend or had some input problems, or Darren catches the slowdown, loses the position to Kusandari, and now Taxi Vader in P10. Let's look a little bit down the field. We have McVison now further losing positions. Now he is behind Drummond, who started, I think, P14, P15, something like this. Couch Farret in the Williams on P13 did a very good job. Cyberpunk J-Pens P15. What happened here? Well, we will see in a replay. Pera in the Aston Martin now P16. Dax Werner up to P17, which is quite nice. Rotzim and Thales fighting very close. All four of them are very close, and Satami is currently in P20. Ooh, some actions that happen. Thales taking on the Bollard at the middle. Oh, not Bollard, the boob. Seems like Drummond called a slowdown penalty. Means McVison up in P11. Franz Hermann now in P10. I wonder if he got overtaken by... Yeah, but he must also caught a slowdown penalty. He wouldn't lose so much positions otherwise. Taxi Vader, Darren Gurney. Oh, car there. Very slow on track. Who is that? It's Yano. Oh no. Poor Yano. I hope he's recovering from that accident later on. And yeah, we have Taxi Vader now up to P7. Darren Gurney behind it. And let's see, we have Stealth P6 now. He did a good job. I mean, he profited from a lot of people probably taking slowdown penalties. And he's now up to try to get Cosandere. Meanwhile, Nestori got past Grandi. That's what we are seeing here. I think that also will be shown in a replay if I don't forget to edit it in. And yeah, we have Hendrik here. Cosandere now. Still under attack by Taxi Vader, who's, I think, OD Girls previously. I don't like the name change. It actually confused me in like 2 news episodes before this. That was very, very weird. Yeah, McVision now following Franz Hermann, the hairpin. Couchard trying to defend from Dremet, both on hard tires. Cyberpunk is a little bit in the land of nowhere. Followed by Jabens with manageable gap. But there was a crashed car in the pit lane. It's Couchard. He must have had an accident of some kind. That is very weird to see. Maybe he got pushed or he had legs or something like this. I don't know. Javens now a little bit more behind. Tramit now behind Yono, who is in P11 currently. Clearly doesn't have the best race. Franz Hermann now up to P9. Darren Gurney, I think he must have lost the position to... No, Stealth lost the position to Taxi Vader. And I think Darren just stayed in P8 if I am not mistaken. Pardon me. We have Cosandere now. Trying his best to get up to Hendrik. And I wonder if Hendrik also got a penalty. But we will see later on. Of course, I could go back now, but I think that stops my flow of telling things. And I'd rather not make it so complicated. So, whoa! What was that? Did Grandi just let pass? No, that wasn't Grandi, that was Hendrik. Yeah, Hendrik seems also to run into some troubles. Weird. Yeah, I mean, but it's good for Taxi Vader currently, who goes up to P5. Obviously, he's on soft tires, so he has to pit very soon. Cosandere still has a lot of tire life left. We see here Grandi attacking Nestori. And charged in front here is just running away with it, already nearly 3 seconds ahead, but Nestori is also doing a great job for his teammate in defending the position. So yeah, let's have a look what happens here. We are seeing, well, Jabens is very close to here to Cyberpunk now. Oh, nice. He made up a lot of time there. Let's see how the final chicane plays out for those two. Hopefully nobody catches a slowdown. Ah, Jabens a little bit into wall. That costs extra speed. I think, yeah, the gap now should widen a little bit. But yeah, that's sometimes how it plays out. You gain some and you lose some. The Franz Hermann going slow. Looked like a slowdown penalty for me. And we have Darren Gurney still in P8, followed by McVision, who recovered 2 P9 from his abysmal start, catching a slowdown penalty. We have Stealth now behind Hendrik in P6 and Taxi Vader and Cosandere, who are still going at it. Oh, what was that from Taxi Vader? Oh, that was big. Ah, no. That was very, very, very bad for Kosandari. That was not a brilliant move. I think Tex tried to. Ah, I don't want to make too much of a judgment, but Taxi Vader wanted to go into the pit lane and Kosandari was on the outside, and I think Taxi Vader should have just braked instead of driving head on into Kosandari, who now needs to claw back his losses. And yeah, we have Darren. Cyberpunk and Jabens are getting close again, but Cyberpunk also very close now to Dramet, who caught a speeding penalty or a corner cutting penalty, and now has to let these guys pass. Which is unfortunate for Dramet, but great to see some action here. We will shortly. Oh, that was well placed attack from Dramet. Sadly, that didn't play out as well. But he is, it seems, in a tire advantage now with his hearts. The Mets are slowly giving in. Oh, and around the outside here, Hairpin catches a lot better grip with his still good to use hard tires. Javens now with the slipstream. Coming back into the chicane, small touches, but nothing harmful. And yeah, Dramet is past. And it seems like the medium runners are now losing a significant amount of pace compared to the hard runners. And I would be surprised if we find, yeah, McVisson here with the hard tires is slowly gaining time on this group. They were much closer beforehand. And I think like here right out of the hairpin we will see Kosandari now trying his best to attack Darren. Little touches going on there. Darren with great defensive moves, leaving enough room on the outside. And Kosandari has no choice but to take the corner at a very disadvantaged line. So yeah, he has to try it next time. It seems. And yeah, McVisson getting away now from Franz Hermann. Fantastic. Tires, some mediums are like very good until like 70-65%. Then they start to slowly degenerate or degrade, which is, I mean, it's quite normal. We see that in real life F1 all the time. With like real life graining and temperature gradients in the tires and stuff like this. So but it's nice to see that the crossover point is coming so early that we will have definitely an interesting strategic race at the end. Of course, I mean the other drivers then have to decide, okay, do I switch over to another compound? Do I further use mediums and then switch to hard later on? Or so you need to make up your mind with that basically. And McVisson here should also catch these two. Hendrik and Stealth, who Stealth made it up to P4, which is fantastic. Let's move a little bit further down the field because yeah, we are at the right moment. I think Cassandra must have caught a speed penalty for corner cutting and misplaced maybe a little bit the car. And Cassandra now past Darren Gurney. Darren maybe trying a move here, but again shortcut penalty. Took the corner a little bit too much on the inside. I mean, at the one hand, these corner cutting penalties, they sometimes ruin a little bit the flow of the race, but also you get instant feedback that you were over the limit. And honestly, what I don't understand is the whole point with why are there drive-through bollards in the corner, because the drive-through bollards would mark especially where these corner cutting penalties lie, even if there are tire marks all over it. So, wow, Darren going hard into the hairpin here. Registered trademark. Against McVissen, who is lost a little time. Oh! Darren outbraking himself, slamming into the pit lane wall, taking McVissen through a very unfortunate situation there, who is now in P11, lost like 3 positions for that, for none of his own fault. That is very unfortunate, but it's, yeah, it's very annoying. Let's see if we find a driver who is a little bit more ahead. So here in the chicane, if you go over the yellow stuff, I think the checkpoint won't register anymore to prevent corner cuts there. And this had to be done to avoid like placing obstacles there. But I think the situation now with McVissen shows perfectly why these objects, or these in air quotes deadly ramps are necessary, because then you can widen the checkpoint there, and a car like McVissen that goes very slow over these bumps, that won't be too much disturbed by that, then still can take the corner at a reasonable speed and rejoin the track, and don't have to like either reset or drive a weird line that is dangerous to other cars on track. Like this, it's very much unfair, or not like this. It's like it was a bad situation then for McVissen, which wasn't his fault, honestly. I mean, simple as that. Darren, he misjudged his brake, happens, but yeah. Let me show you it with the. Oh no, that was not what I intended to do. Let's go back in the field. Was it this? Yeah. And here you can see the checkpoint stops there, and you wouldn't get in it. So let's deactivate this. Hello? Ah, I clicked F6 accidentally instead of F5. Didn't look on the keyboard. Stupid. Thales is very close now to Rozim. Let's see if we see an overtake here from this. Also, Yono getting closer to Cyberpunk, seems like, and Trimit making up places again. Oh, Rozim. Interesting defensive move there. Thales on the outside now. Ah, this won't work. It's too narrow there. Can't really overtake there outside inside. You need to be already ahead, and this only would have worked like with DRS or something like this. Hendrik should now be into the pit lane, otherwise, yeah, he gets a fresh set of tires. I haven't followed all of the strategies, not too much, because I can only do so much work. And yeah, then Udak's Dax Werner up to P12. Because the rest behind him pitted, or in front of him. So he got an advantage from that, which is very nice for him. We have Kusandri now, Jebens. Hendrik, yeah, as I said, was in the pit lane. And now we see Yano again with troubles in the pit lane. Pit lane is also very hard to get correct. You need to practice that a little bit. Grandi in P3. Going past, I think that's Para. Yeah, indeed. Kacha disconnected. I think Kacha really must have had some issues with steering. Stuff like this. Legs, maybe even. Kusandori here. Fighting with J-Benz. Or rather, just overtaking him because J-Benz is on very old medium tires and Kusandori is on fresh rubber. So Kusandori will pull away eventually. Then on the straights, yeah, J-Benz now coming into the pit lane. Oh, yeah, no. Gets a little greeting from behind. Both of them caught shortcut penalties. I think also Igiava did. Or Franz Hermann, sorry. Taxi Raider down to P6. Yeah, but after that crash with McVision, no wonder. That ruined both of their races, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, Para and Kacharet standing. Where's he? Where's he? Okay. Yeah, let's look what our race leader's doing. So charged must have pitted one lap before. He's still in P1 with necessary nearly 5 seconds behind, and Grandi over 1 second now behind Nestori, which is good for McLaren, bad for Mercedes. They are losing now out really bad. We have Pyramid in P4 currently, which is very nice, but he gets the slowdown penalty. And yeah, McVision behind Dremet now again, in P5. Could have been better. He got a very bad accident. And we have Hendrik P6 currently, P7 Stealth, Kusandri P8, Cyberpunk in P9, Jano P10, then Darren in P11, Franz Hermann in P12. Whoa. Do we see a feisty old overtake here? Not now. Or not yet. Igiava stays in the slipstream of Darren. And again, too much corner there. Takes the shortcut penalty. And ruins his chances, honestly, over a better position there, because I think he surely would have had him. Yeah, Thales P14. Would seem now coming out of the pit lane on fresh mediums. Is Seta P18, Para P19, and Coach Hurt. Yeah. Okay, let's see what is happening currently on track. These are like together-ish, but I mean 0.3 between Dremet and McVision, both on very old hard tires. I think Hendrik with softs should have a chance of overtaking them, but they surely won't make it easy for him. But yeah, the rest of the field is very much spread out. There is not much going on at the moment, which is not typical for the track, but happens on Canada. I think Canada most of the time is an interesting race because of the weather changes it provides. Like last year in F1, this year in F1 it was kind of decent, but I've seen better races. Let's phrase it like that. But anyway, it was an okay race. TSU even better because everything is better if you can participate or if you can live commentate on it. Man, I would love to do some like real life motorsport commentating. I can't imagine how difficult it is really. Yeah, but at the moment, these are the only ones that are very close. And the funny thing is, if you look at this, Hendrik, he, like 3 laps ago, he was already, like, he was on 80% softs, which you say, yeah, fantastic. Good performance. Now he closed the gap to McVision, and for that also to Drummond. But now his softs are nearly in a spot where he loses his edge with them, and he soon has to pit again. And meanwhile, McVision laughs his ass off because he is on like 40% old hard tires, trying to make them last, and Hendrik destroyed his softs just overtaking these two, which just is incredible. And I think, I mean, this is quite extreme, 45%. If you look at the other hard runners, I think nobody is on their starting tires anymore. Maybe Thales as well. But yeah, and Couchfeld is on his starting tires. No surprise there. And yeah, now Trimmett comes in, McVision as well. And where's Hendrik? Where's Hendrik? Here. Hendrik 61% softs. He can like do 2 more laps. Then he has to switch on hards. And I don't know if he can stretch out the hards until like 40 something percent like Thales and the Salvo guys did. So honestly, this kind of soft stint in the middle, stuck in traffic, was not very useful for Hendrik, and I think he should in the future consider this, because honestly in some races I feel like Hendrik destroys his races a little bit by making strategy calls that are not very good. I mean, I don't want to criticize him, I just want to give him a nicely meant tip that he should maybe be a little bit more patient and should try to play the long game. And this is exactly what McVision and Drummond are doing. Yes, both didn't have a super optimal race. I mean, McVision got punted by taxi weather, which was unlucky, and Drummond started arguably out of position. He started like from P15, P16. You have seen the starting grid. I also have, but it was like yesterday when I looked last at it. And yeah, that means simply that they adapted their strategy accordingly and got in for the long run, and now they are doing pretty good. And I think if you look at the time differences now, Cyberpunk in front of them, I still gains a little bit, but Cyberpunk on hard tires are fresh mediums for Drummond and fresh mediums for McVision as well. I think they go hard, medium, medium. From like the lap counts, or hard, medium, hard. Not quite sure. By the way, Hendrik just coming out of the pit lane. Yes, now he's in front of Drummond and McVision. Nice, good job, Hendrik. But mate, you're on mediums. You certainly have to pit. We saw like in the first stint, mediums after like, what, 12 laps? Around 60%, they were losing out to hard tires. And yeah, I mean, like, if you say approximately 50%, that means like 14 more laps. But the race is a lot longer than this. So either you have to stretch like the mediums a lot more, like 18 laps, or you would have switched to hards. I mean, obviously I don't make the calls, but I also don't get the calls. Yeah, the Sauber Boy is now getting company from Jono, who is eager to right the wrong that was that happened on the start to him. And I am not quite sure if he can, actually. I mean, yeah, he is a bloody fast driver. No doubt in that. But, truthfully, with his hard tires, oh, haha! Tremet outbraking himself a little bit there, looking up. McVisson going very much on the inside, that loses both of them time. And Yono catches up, but yeah, but I wanted to say, honestly, he is on hard tires, both of them are on fresher mediums. I think he, even if he can go by, he will have a very hard time to stay in front. But the problem with that is, I mean, here obviously, maybe he would be faster than both of them. Oh no! Tremet, I think, caught a speeding penalty there. That is very unfortunate for Dremet, very fortunate for Jano, who now seems to line up for another attack against McVisson, but he is 0.6 seconds behind. That is not very much. I mean, 0.6 of a second is like gone in an instant, but he still is like too far off to really launch an attack. And I think he knows that. He plays it a little bit safe and stays on course. Remet, meanwhile, trying to catch Jono again. And let's see what's happening. Down at the bottom of the field, we have Franz Hermann here, who, wow, lost a lot of position now, going to the inside on the final chicane, awarding room to Thales, which was very, very nice of him. Very well driven, very fair driven. That is very nice of Iggy. Maybe he's so far down because he just did a pit stop. He must have done the lap before. But even then, he lost a lot of positions. I mean, he was the highest starting Sauber. He started in like P6 or something like this. Let me check. Wer ist Iggy? Aber Iggy. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, he started in P6. And now he is P15, which is kind of unfortunate for him. Yeah, let's see again how his teammates are doing. McVisson now cleared a lot of time to Dremet, and Dremet got past Jono again, which is also very nice, and which is something we probably should have a look at in the replay. Ooh, up here in the front, Hendrik got overtaken by Cyberpunk. What? Ah, now he takes his position back. Ah, right. Hendrik came out of the pit lane in front of Dremet and McVisson. And now he has to... But was he again in the pit lane? 85%? No. I have no reference. Could be either way. What is that what we are seeing in front? Is that Setter? Oh yeah, that is it, Amis. Okay. Who charged at the front? Lining up J-Benz, who moves over quite nicely for the blue flags. And I mean, Charge is just in another league right now. Nestor is already a very hard to beat driver. I mean, I have raced against him in Group T, for example, which was immensely crazy. He was so fast there on multiple occasions. Like for example, when we raced Laguna Seca, where I scored my, I think it was my only podium. I don't know, but I scored second place there, and it was just so intense to go in there and race against him, even only for a little while. He just is so much faster. And then imagine like a charged who's even faster than that, like 10 seconds over 37 laps faster is insane. It's just crazy. Seems like the racing died down a little bit, although I don't want to say it died down, that sounds so negative. But yeah, we are in a state of where Thales getting back at Igiaba. Yeah, but we are in a state where strategies now are at full play. Oh, Thales doing a very nice job here. Oh, small nudge from Igiaba, who immediately penalizes himself. Let's Thales go. Let's have a look here. Tech Surveyor very close to Darren Gurney now. And Darren moving to the outside. But defending valiantly, and Tech Surveyor cutting into the inside. Tech Surveyor on the faster soft tires. Darren on the more durable medium tires. Oh, Darren, I think either with the penalty there or just with a very unfortunate chicane. But yeah, Taxi Rider goes through. Not for very long though. He's on softs. I'm not quite sure if he can manage so many laps on these. But we will see at the end. Jamins and Cyberpunk now going at it. Jamins letting Cyber through for the moment, at least it seems like. Oh, this is good stuff. Ooh, Dremit now. Close to Kusanari, who appears to just was in the pit lane. He now has fresh, or a set of fresh or medium tires. And he came out in P7. But now has a good chance to make it back to maybe P6. So I think he definitely has the pace to get close to McVisson. Let's see if he really then can follow through with it and what's it called? Get the position from McVisson. But also at the same time, oh no, McVisson must have caught a slowdown penalty. Oh, Kusandari overshoots the hairpin. I can't make the move stick. That was brilliant braking from him. Not so much that he misjudged the hairpin, but that he didn't hit the wall. Puts no real wrong here. And stays in the draft of McVison. Who now has to be very careful with what he's doing. But so far it seems to work out. Kusandari with little mistakes. Losing a little time on McVison. But it's still the tire advantage that's kicking in. McVison now also made, in my opinion, a little bit too much of a bad call with the wall there. I mean, not on purpose, definitely happens. Simply happens. But yeah, that obviously gives Kusandari a nice advantage on the long straight here, but the draft just isn't enough. We have Taxi Weather very close here with J-Benz. Let's stick to these two, and yeah, Taxi Weather goes past, soft tires. Still doing wonders for him. Yono now is closed up to dram it. And McVison's pass. No, I'm sorry. Kusandari is still behind McVison. That was what I thought in my head, but not what I said. Or rather, I forgot the real state of the race beforehand for a second. Oh man. Hard fought battle here. Appears to be like the only one. I mean, Franz Hermann and Thales are still at it, and Tex Rivera is now up to try to get to Cypher. Cypher does that defending very well. Let's see how Kusandari handles this. Oh, McVison catches the slowdown penalty. And Kusandari takes total advantage of that. Woo! Oh, I'm very tired from work, guys, today. Sorry. It's also super hot in Germany right now. And after work, I had a buddy over to diagnose my broken down car, which was interesting. Learned a little bit more about my car. Also fantastic. See one car going into the pit lane. I wonder who that is. Oh, that's Para, alright. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, Yano made it past Dramit, which is nice. The question is, can he stay there? Dramit has slightly better tires now. Huh? No. What? Are they lapped? Now this is Yano. Who's that? Oh, it's Charge. Charge slapping. What? Nah, come. Oh, sorry, that was Steam. Hope you didn't catch that. Yeah. Oh. I mean, yeah, my one lap was like 55 seconds, but dude, that is still so impressive. 15 seconds ahead of Nestori. Just crazy. Again, I thought that Yano was fast. Ooh, McVison. Xander did a small mistake there. I'm not sure if he caught the slowdown penalty. I think so, judging from how his car moved there. Yeah, now Cassandra, 1.9 seconds behind. What is happening? No, was it again in that car? No way. Must have been. Yeah, there's Setamis. Setamis let McVison pass, that's why. It's so weird. I also don't like that I have like this huge ass timetable board, but I can't use the names and the board at the same time. That would be a fantastic thing. But I guess that has to wait on the long list of things that Ander wants to add. Now Yono is really close. And I would be interested in seeing if this plays out, or how this plays out rather. Apart from that, the whole team seems to be very close to, indeed, to Thales. And this is already like their battle to the line. Oh no, Thales catches a shortcut penalty. Oh no, it's only the final lap. Alright. Yeah, what is happening between Yano and Tremit? Car off there, but that should be Setamis again. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Ah, one final slowdown penalty for Yano. Seals the deal. Over the line now. And yeah. Let's go over the drivers in order. We have charged in first, very commanding lead again, 14 seconds ahead of his teammate Nestori. Second, Grandi, who is second, Grandi in P3, who also did a good job, and Steph in P4. Then we have Hendrik in P5. We have Cassandra in P6, who recovered nicely. With McVison in P7. Remit in P8, who's already bunched in here. Then Casino P9, P10, Tax Evader. Cyberpunk in P11. Japens in P12. Darren P13. We have Franz Hermann. Rozim. Then Thales. Dax Werner. Setamis. Pera. And last but not least, Couch Ferret. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this recast. And I hope you also enjoyed the replays that I added. And yeah, see you on the next time. Hopefully live again. Paladin out.